BMW i8 looks so powerful that you would think it's going to lift off any second now. But being a hybrid, performance is probably not the biggest concern here, or is it?
The BMW i8 is all about performance and about fuel efficiency. Just look at her beauty. Her lines and shape have dynamic and performance written all over her. And that's not despite the plug-in hybrid system, but because of it. Fitted on the front axle is the latest example of our new BMW eDrive technology. It's an electric motor that delivers 131 horsepower and 250 Newton-meters torque. On the rear axle operates the twin-power turbocharged three-cylinder engine. It is the ultimate lightweight unit, delivering an output of 231 horsepower and 320 Newton-meters of torque. This makes for an impressive 154 horsepower engine output per liter, which is a value you find in motor racing. The electric motor and the petrol engine deliver a combined maximum of 362 horsepower, which is good for a top speed of 250 kilometers an hour. The latest results from BMW test tracks show that the sprint from 0 to 100 clocks at just 4.4 seconds. So overtaking on roads will give a new meaning to your concept of acceleration, because the electric motor delivers torque practically from the standstill. Rushing the throttle packs an immediate punch, even eliminating the slight dip of delivery due to the common turbocharger lag. But driving performance is not about power alone. In fact, the BMW i8 introduces an all-new architectural concept. The entire body is basically split up into two segments, which makes for a low center of gravity and an equal weight distribution between the front and the rear axle. B, the body is in large parts made of aluminium and carbon fiber, which makes it light and rigid, which is essential for great road behavior. And C, the obviously aerodynamic body adds to the sharp driving dynamics and performance.
A serial car looking very futuristic, but it's a real car that you can ride on the street. It's extremely low, it's very wide, giving the vehicle this very sporty appeal. We have got a long wheelbase, we have got a beautiful streamline. The streamline actually shows you the efficiency of the vehicle. So at one side you see this is not only a sporty, but an entirely efficient car. Also, some other design elements that we have here, like the hanging parts, they show you the lightweightness of the car. We have got a couple of BMW i-specific design elements here. Look at the black belt, for instance. It's a high glossy black surface going from the front through the carbon fiber passenger cell down to the rear of the car, which makes a high glossy, very premium appeal. Also the headlights of these vehicles, which are LED headlights or optionally laser lights, have got a U shape.
The design of a hybrid car is probably all about practical necessity. Stretch for better aerodynamics, aesthetic aspects are probably the very last concern, aren't they?
Don't worry. For us, practicality and aesthetics are two sides of the same coin. A dazzling design is a must for a BMW. The design of the BMW i8 conveys a strong, iconic character. It's dynamic at first glance. The long wheelbase, short overhangs, the sweeping silhouettes, powerfully formed surfaces, and precise lines. You might even think the BMW i8 is surging forward, even though it's standing still. And here we have the double kidney grille, the BMW icon that makes this vehicle's origins unmistakably clear. The grille is flanked by the equally iconic LED headlamps. Moving on to the bonnet, we have another eye-catcher. This V-shaped black band starts here, runs along here, wraps itself across the entire car body, to end over here at the rear, which looks pretty cool and dynamic. Viewed from the side, the BMW i8 has an ultra-flat silhouette, which seems to say loud and clear, dynamic sports car. From our position, we have a pretty good view of lines and surfaces interlocking and overlapping. BMW calls this layering, but the real stunner is these scissor doors. With no visible handle, they blend in perfectly well with the smooth lines of the car body. And when they're up, they won't even reach as high as 2 meters, so you'll have no trouble parking your car in any kind of public parking garage. The layering principle that we just saw resumes even in the BMW i8's interior. This creates a completely new relation between functionality and clear form. Sitting here behind the wheel makes the orientation of the cockpit towards the driver tangible. Even the center stick is aligned towards you, and that gives you that typical BMW sports car feel. What's new here are the sustainable materials. BMW has integrated a set of renewable and naturally treated raw materials. Also, it's a 2+2 seater.